Well, we got here yesterday. We're at Bowness in Windermere. It's the 12th of July. Had to swap pitches, got on one pitch and couldn't get any television reception. And I'm desperate for the television reception to start watching the British Open golf on Thursday. So fortunately, they allowed me to move pitches to a better one. And everything's okay now. So we just walked in Bowness. As you can see, it's very busy. Nice little pub here at Portals, should I say. We're just going to find the Fosters, which is shockingly terrible. £3.45. Right, I'll have a little look around the site. This is Braithwaite's Caravan Club site in Bowness. It's only about half a mile from the town. Holds 62 vans. Nice site, a little bit compact, but nice, good. Arrived yesterday. And the pitch, the last pitch that was available, the one we got, was at the far end. And unfortunately I couldn't get a television signal, the satellite signal. Anyway, they let me move pictures, and the one we have now just come around and have a look. Is there, look. So by the time I got everything moved out this morning and settled down here and got the awning up and everything else sorted out, probably about lunchtime. However, to get the telly working, and I'm not a telly addict by any means, just once a year I do like to watch the British Open golf. Okay, let you have a little look in. There we go, how's that? Telly working, ready for Thursday, and I am very happy. Well, there we go, it's 5:30 in the morning on Wednesday. Just taking Jackie's little walk round first thing in the morning. I'll let you see all the rabbits. Hundreds and hundreds of rabbits. And this is where they launch the boats. Right there. And that's where we used to launch our speedboat around about 1975-76. And then go water skiing. Well, time to go now and have a cup of tea. How about this for a fantastic view? I'm a little bit out of breath. We just walked 1.5 miles uphill over a rocky path. It's beautiful, it's absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. So come right round. We still have to go up there yet. And some more. Oh, it's nice. Well, I've got some more stunning views for you. We just reached the top, which is Alcott Town, and now we're descending. Very rocky. Fantastic. We have to go all over there. Look. Sorry about that low-flying aircraft. That's where we've been, right at the top of the hill. That's Alcott Town at the top. I was just having a drink. And Grassman. And then a bus back to Bowness. And a rest. Right, a little bit quieter now. We'll leave Grassington behind. We're an open top bus. And we're going back to Bowness. And Jack is having a sleep. I'll let you have a look at him. He's there, look. Well, it's now Sunday. It's 20 minutes to 3. I've not done a lot of videoing really this week because the weather's not really been up to it. It's rained for the last 3 days, solid day and night. It's now just found up a bit. And there we go, as you can see, I'm watching the golf on the big screen there. I'm not a telly addict, in fact at home it's very rare I put the telly on. Many days I don't even turn it on, but just 4 days of the year when the British Open's on. That's my time. But as you can see, I've got the earphones there, so I'm not disturbing any other people on the campsite. I just enjoyed a dish of stuffed olives and then gin and tonics there. So there you go. And that just happens to be the leaderboard they put on there. Darren Clark in the lead. We're on the second page there. Darren Clark's in the lead, 5 under. Only played 2 holes, so a long while to go. Probably about 7 o'clock before it finishes. Excellent. Hopefully a long walk tomorrow. Do a bit more videoing tomorrow. Well, there we go, it's Monday, whatever date it is. Not quite sure. 11, 8, something like that. Anyway, got the bus to Dungeon Gill, and as you can see the weather's not very good at all, but we can't change the weather. So we've walked out of Dungeon Gill, that's the end of the road sort of thing for the buses. We walked up and up. weather was a bit nasty, it would be absolutely spectacular. Not to worry. About 6 miles to walk. Hopefully we'll find a pub on the way for a pint. Well, it's now Tuesday. It's the day before we go home. Decided to come on a short walk today. Well, I thought it was going to be a short walk, but we got on the ferry, came over the lake, and then set off walking uphill, and it's difficult. I don't know how far we've walked, probably 2 or 3 miles. Look, it's so difficult underfoot, as you can see it's all sort of rock strewn. And we're walking in a river at the minute because it's been raining all the time. And the water's running down what would be the pathway. Come on, Jack. So there we are, better put the camera away now before I break my neck. He doesn't bother though. When I was climbing up the forest part, very steep, coming up the hill, through all the trees, a Japanese family coming down. And the gentleman said to me, pointing up, he said, dead hen. I said, oh, it's probably the fox that's killed it. So he looked at me rather strange there. I said, did it have its head bitten off? And he looked at me again, shook his head, and we carried on. When I got a bit further on, I realised what he'd said. He said it's a dead end. So I had a little chuckle to myself. Well, now we've just got away from the trees a bit. We've got a nice open view of the lake there, look. That's really nice. Just show them about the weather. It's very nice. Jack's managed to find a great big stick. Where's that big stick you've got, Jack? Where's that piece of wood? A nice small clean piece of wood's no good for Jack. It has to be as big as he can find it. Dirty, filthy, smelly, and a horrible shape to be difficult to carry, look. Then he's happy, then he's alright then. Where have you found that? Hey? Come on. Come on, let's go. Come on. Come on. Come on, take a big piece of wood. Come on. So he's okay now. Keep him happy for a bit. I'm just coming onto a clearing now that resembles a mud bath. Look at that. We've just had a mishap as well. Seemingly just after I set off, I did slip and slide a bit and banged into a tree, but I didn't think there was any problem. And I've just realised that it actually broke my flask in my backpack, and the coffee's all run out into the backpack, down my back, down my trousers. Because I thought, I'm sure it's stopped raining now. Look. So we'll have to sort that out. What a mess. Anyway, there we are. We'll carry on through the mud. I've got to show you this because Jack's now changing sticks, or logs in this case. Look at the state of that. How are you going to manage that? You can't carry that down here. That's bigger still. Oh no. You can't get that down this path, Jack. What are you going to do? Eh? What are you going to do? Shall we not bother with the stick? Eh? Shall we not bother with it? Okay, let's go down without it. Well, we've walked back now, we've not far to go. That's the ferry there that you can see crossing. We came across on that. By the time it gets across to that side, turns round, comes back, we should be down there ready for it, I hope. We're on the road right next to the lake now. We've walked back about 6.5 miles. There we are. Now then, you see this little marina here. It's just lower down than the ferry, where the ferry crossing is. Now I'm going to tell you a little story. About 1974 or 1975, I bought it at Waterhead Marine here at the top side of Windermere. It was an Owen. Its name was Chesapeake. It was wood. It was about 24-25 feet long. 2 berth. It had a cabin with 2 berths. It had a galley, sea toilet, and all open at the back. It had a Chevrolet V8 engine that did about 2 miles to a gallon, and I had a mooring which was somewhere roughly round about there in the middle where you can see those buoys. Now its name was Chesapeake, and it was built in Canada, as far as I can make out. And somebody brought it over and had it on the lake here. And I bought it, I paid £1,350 for it, together with the mooring. It was probably quite old, but it was good. And it was fast. When you stuck the throttle forward, it lifted up out the water, the bow came out the water, and you could just get it on the plane. However, one day we came up, we used to have a little dinghy, excuse me, which we'd launch here and paddle across to it with a battery and unhook the mooring, and away we'd go around the lake. But it did get too expensive. It cost about £15 to go down to the bottom of the lake and up the top and back down to here. And you could buy a lot of petrol in 1974 for £15. So I decided to sell it. And I somehow got in touch with a chap who lived in Waterfoot, don't know who he were, bit of a dodgy character I think, but anyway I showed him some photographs of it, and he agreed to buy it off the photographs and pay me £1,150 for it. And that was it. He never came up. The boat sank because it never, I mean, from time to time, particularly it being wood, you had to come charge the battery up, put the battery on, get the bilge pumps going and empty all the water out. He never did. Sometime after he bought it, it sank, and I don't know any more about it. I have no idea what happened. So there you are, that's the story. That's what, about 35, 36 years ago. And I bought a speedboat and used to come up here water skiing. Well, the holiday's almost over. It's now 7:15. Tuesday night, setting off tomorrow. Just celebrating with a glass of wine and a nice sirloin steak. Jack's asleep. After finishing up full of coffee today, I've had a nice shower. We got changed and it rained so hard when we got back. We're just back in time. But we'll probably get everything packed up first thing in the morning. Set off probably just before lunchtime, probably about 11:30, something like that. Get back home 1:30, 2 o'clock. May stop for a bit on the way. Then we look forward to the next time. Come on, Jack. Come on. He's wakened up us, Jack. Oh yeah, he's wakened up now. He's got to sleep. £5.90 sirloin steak is that. Got to be good, hasn't it, Jack? Well, we'll leave you now. Speak again when we get back.